Land of prophets, bull runs never last forever. Everybody wants 100x. Welcome everybody to a new episode of the Suppoman Show. Here with me, the Suppoman, your superhero of cryptocurrency in the Church of Suppotology for your crypto mass. In today's episode, I am going to be talking about a Solana-based cryptocurrency that has not yet mooned. And this is an opportunity to get into it because I personally believe this cryptocurrency can at least 40x and 100x by the end of this bull cycle. In fact, I called Solana way before any other YouTuber. Everybody YouTubers talk about it now, but I talked about it all the way back in November when it was worth $1.91 and today is over $40. So, I personally think this one is destined for some great gains and it hasn't yet achieved it. So if you are excited to learn what that is, make sure that you smash up the likes with vigor. If you love content like this, then smash that like up to show me you do. Otherwise, I'll just do something that you may not like, maybe. So if you like stuff like this, make sure you hit the like. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes today. Hit the subscribe button if you want to be part of the Holy Church of Suppoman and the cryptocurrency of religion. And hit the bell notification to make sure you don't miss out. Because you can very easily miss out if you don't watch Suppoman live. So, let's go. Let's go already. So let's have a look and see who we have got in the chat already. We've got a ton of people in the chat already. That is quite incredible. I'm going to say hello to you very, very shortly. And I will be taking super chats as well. I'm quite keen to look at cryptocurrencies you might be really interested in. You're like, Suppo, could you take a look at this? Why haven't you looked at this, Suppo? Or if you have looked at it, where can you direct me to? So, done and done. Tweet sent out. Now let's have a look and see who we've got in the house. Mivek is the first to say hi. Yo, Mivek. Blueski. Crazy Magic, Saeed, Severns, Chris, Eugene, Lindsay Gardner, Mohammed, Inia Glasson, good to see you here, Jamie Harvey, Digital Sarkora, Blaine Watkins, Kafir, Derek, USA Local SEO, Alan the Warrior, William, Craig Woodward, Kelvin J, Ronnie D, Emmett, Dan S. Bonsoir to you too, Stephen, Matthew, Sherman, Avatar Jones. Hello, Master. Nice. AG, Sean Livingston, Emmett, Marlon, Scratch TV, Bram Voss, Patrick Stock, Alexander, Nazar, Kinda Startup, Sinter Muller, Cyberpunk Doctor, Johnny Raider, nice name, Common Man, David Atkins, Renee Stock, Rory, Cat Crabat, Britcoin, Coin Bixty, loads of you here. Tracy Garrett, good to see you here too. Angie Kumar, not seen you in ages. Crypto Doge, Chuck, Adam Fan, Matthew Robinson. Right, okay. 2 units. Persistence mooning, nice. Right, okay. Crypto Knowledge Tamil. And Bernard Macarius. God, there's loads of you in the house. What the heck? This is insane. What the heck, man? Holy shit balls. Right, okay, so let's have a look and see what is happening at the moment. So, as I'm going to say it in a Carl the Moon type fashion, as predicted, or exactly as predicted. Right, okay, so we have shut up, which is what I thought was going to happen. Okay, so if you saw my video yesterday, you will have seen me saying that essentially I believed that the price of Bitcoin was hovering in the low regions, the low kind of 40 regions, so that it could close that CME gap as we start the week. Typically what happens is we start a week with a CME gap to close and we are waiting until at some future point that gap will be closed. That is not an example of one. A better example of one is this one right here, where there was a gap and it had not been satisfied. And then further on there was another gap which was fulfilled last week, and now we had another gap created, which was this gap here. As last week came to a close, Bitcoin ended in around about the low 51s, late 50s area, and I said if we start off the week at 52, then essentially we got a gap to close at some point. So We started off in that low 40,000 area, and we just closed it. It's filled. Gap's filled. Done and dusted. And as soon as basically that gap was filled, it's like the clouds essentially cleared somewhat, and cryptocurrencies were able to thrive. Now, Bitcoin now has a battle to achieve some stability. So as we can see here, we have been mainly in this channel since this morning. Well, this morning, my time anyway. We have been mainly trading in this channel. We tried to break above it, didn't get there, and now we have broken down slightly below it and wicking quite a lot by the look of it. But we'll just have to see how this plays out. But for altcoin season, we are at 88 points. So still healthy altcoin season, healthier than it was yesterday at 84. 88. Now altcoins have been smashing it today. So let us have a look. So. Let's have a look and see what has been doing really well. Polygon, Waves, Harmony, Dent, Phantom. Oh, yes, Phantom. Nice. Look, there's just loads. Double-digit growth for the majority of the top 100. Fantastic. And a lot of growth will have been happening with within the Solana ecosystem. So I have created Solana-based coins. This will allow you to be able to. It's a kind of a current narrative. It's been a narrative within the last 24 hours, and I dare say it will continue to be a narrative. You know, Ethereum has had basically a 5-year narrative, so it's around about time that other really promising ecosystems, cryptocurrency, blockchain ecosystems, also had trends. So I'm going to just share this. I'm going to drop this into the chat so you are able to track it. Oh, hold on. Wrong. I need to copy it first. Copy. Paste. Send. Mirror. Signal. Maneuver. What the hell? 130. What? Bear with me 2 seconds. I've got some super chats. Bear with me 2 seconds. That's not an echo. Inia Glasson, your content lately has been your best ever. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Inia. I really appreciate that. And actually what I plan to do in today's episode is I actually plan to give you another pearl of wisdom. I probably should have said this at the start, but another pearl of wisdom. And this is in relation to bulletproof entries. Because you're probably asking, Suppoman, you've spoken about bulletproof entries. How do you calculate a bulletproof entry? Okay, so I'm going to be taking you through that in today's episode, and I'm going to be taking some of your examples should you want. But thank you, I really appreciate that, Inia. That's very generous of you. Crypto knowledge to mill. Suppo check. Terra Block. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Persistence doing well, Suppo. Check it out. Let me have a look at how Persistence is doing, actually, because Persistence is one of my DeFi. Hold on a minute. It'll just be easier if I go to the watch list, won't it? So anyway, yeah, so Persistence, oh wow, look at that, is one of my micro-cap DeFi plays. I did actually buy some Persistence at $3.15 recently, and now it's $5.69. That's fantastic. That's excellent. So Persistence, if you weren't aware, is basically a DeFi dApp building infrastructure, okay? And yeah, I'm really, let me have a look at this. I don't know what's driving it, because this isn't. Yeah, I haven't looked to see what's driving this particular price spike, but that is insane. Oh wow, yes, look at that, yes. So it has been hovering around the $3 area, even getting as low as the late $2, and now it is at $5. Fantastic, fan-bloody-tastic, excellent stuff for Persistence. Thank you very much for telling me about that. Now, Terra Block is a cryptocurrency that's going to be launching on, I think it is BSC Pad, and it is a machine learning based portfolio management tool. Alright, so this is going to be launching soon. It's got AU21 in it. I think it's got a couple of others. What's the other one? X21 as well. They are currently building up they're United Kingdom. Oh yeah, no, because the founders went to like Birmingham City University or something. But anyway, yeah, so that's what this is. Essentially, it's meant to enable noobs to come into the market and be able to automate their cryptocurrency trades. So it's machine learning based. Essentially what happens is the user selects what they like. So do they like polkadot projects? Do they like Oracle projects? Do they have a specific, let's say they got the Suppoman God tier list. They really, as a noob, wanted to trade that. So they basically drag and drop the assets that they want to put in there. And what happens is that this machine learning driven asset manager basically does the trades for you. It enters at the right time and it exits at the right time is what it's essentially meant to do. So this goes live in, I think, around about 14 days. It's meant to be incredibly simple, user-friendly, kind of in a partnership with Binance as a technology partner, Indian team, and they've got decent investors, X21, BSC Pad. I personally think that these kind of flop. There's quite a few of these social trading, algorithmic-based asset management cryptocurrencies. I don't particularly like them a lot. But it could, if they were able to actually create this platform and it work like it's supposed to and it gets some adoption, then it may actually just automate, cryptocurrency trading for the future. So, don't know. Jury's out. I'm not a big fan. But, other people I can imagine probably would like it. Please you do paint and XYO. Okay. Just before I get into that, though. So Solana-based cryptocurrencies has absolutely been smashing it today. It's mainly, in the last kind of 24 hours, these have been doing really well. Now, the lowest value one is this one, Rope Token, but this is not what I'm going to be covering today. The one I'm covering today has not even shot up, not at all. It's not even been acknowledged. Now, a lot of these cryptocurrencies are just going up simply because if you go to CoinGecko or go to CoinMarketCap, you can select Solana ecosystem, and this will show you the cryptocurrencies. However, these are manually done by CoinMarketCap, and they are not necessarily 100% accurate. So people have been mainly jumping onto these because it kind of pre-populates it for them. But if you're actually knowledgeable about cryptocurrencies, then you will know that there are ones that have not been kind of touched on with the Solana ecosystem list. So I'm going to be very, very shortly talking about the one that does. So if you literally go down that list, you will be able to probably see which one I'm going to talk about. If you have logged in and followed it, you will be able to. So I'm going to just quickly take these super chats before I move on to talking about it. It's continuing to go up, $6. Paint and XYO, Paint. So Paint is it's an NFT season cryptocurrency. This will do really well in NFT season. This has come down a lot, essentially, since the NFT season. Okay, so it had its enormous peak. So this is where I'm going to show you some bulletproof price tracking, okay, if it allows me to. So if you go on CoinMarketCap, you may or may not have noticed, but recently they have added Trading View. Now, it won't be on all assets. This might be one it doesn't actually exist for. And I'm right. It doesn't exist on this one. Okay, so essentially what it will do is it will get the ticker, essentially, the trading pair, and it will extrapolate that onto TradingView if that is available, which in this instance doesn't look like it is. So that's annoying. But it will give you pretty much the tools that you get with TradingView. Okay, so you are able to do your analysis within CoinMarketCap, which I think is fantastic. I don't know if you knew this, but basically CoinMarketCap is owned by Binance. And I think that was a very, very good move by Binance because this is the #1 index for cryptocurrencies. And it makes sense that people kind of stay on here or go to Binance. And there are triggers within this that takes people to Binance. But this is essentially one of the biggest APIs that you can get in cryptocurrency. I have personally used CoinMarketCap's API for a game that I made a couple of years ago now. You may remember I actually did create a game. I didn't actually end up releasing it. But you're able to get the information on here. But anyway, going back to the price, you can see here it had quite a sharp increase from bottom to top. And now we are sitting towards the lower end. So this is around about, I would say, if you were going to do a Fibonacci retracement, which I'll tell you more about very shortly, then you'll probably see this is around about 65-70% retraced from its highest point, which is typically what is classed as an optimal trade entry, or otherwise known as bulletproof entry. So anyway, yeah, so Paint looks great for buying at its current price. XYO, I actually have no idea who XYO are. I think they might have something to do with Flash Stake, but I can't really be sure. It might not be this one. Maybe completely barking on up the wrong tree. XYO Foundation. No, I don't want to join newsletter. Partnerships matter, yada yada yada. Coin app, staking. Okay, maybe it isn't the one I was thinking of. What is XYO? Education. Who cares? Rubbish. But thank you for the $10, Nazar. Lindsay, whilst waiting for Father Suppo to go live, your congregation were in the bar toasting your 14k stubs and having a nice sing-along Smash the Likes team. Thank you very much. Essentially, I am at 14,000 subscribers now. Thank you very much, all of you who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, join Team Suppo, because it is the best experience you'll have in cryptocurrency. Very much a learning experience, an education, and you will be adept at basically fishing instead of just being given a fish, like a lot of these YouTubers do. Yeah, nah, joke. I like the other YouTubers. I just do things differently in my personal view. But thank you very much. All of you who have become part of Team Suppo recently. I feel like I have more watchers now than I did when I had my other channel. So, thank you very much for making it feel like I've got a very active community. Design Legend. Suppo, can you take a look at ada.market/markets? Let's have a look at that then. ada-markets.com. Ooh. Ooh. Hello. Hello, nurse. So, this looks like a derivatives platform on Cardano. ADA Markets cross-chain information, exchange and trading created to trade the outcome of events, so predictions as well. Automated market making, liquidity mining, DeFi rewards, calculations, yada, yada, yada. Long roadmap by the looks of things. And at the moment... Oops. And at the moment, seems like it's basically under the radar. So this could probably come out on either Occam or the other one. Or it might be not even on either of them. And it might just be released by the Cardano catalyst. Don't quite know. But ADA Market sounds excellent. It sounds like Polka Market, right? So, oh, bless them. Their account's been restricted. That sucks. But anyway, yeah. So that looks quite interesting. Suppo, holding K-pad or dumping on the next pump? No, I'm not going to dump it. Why the hell would I dump Kickpad? I mean, just a ridiculous idea. Essentially, Kickpad is, I don't know what it is now. I did buy some earlier today at 79 cents, and it's now 85 cents. Now they have changed the staking model. They've changed how you traditionally got involved in Kickpad IDOs. They've got My DeFi Pet and a couple of other really good sounding ones, which I can't remember right now. I can kind of see the image. But they've got three, I think, belters coming up. I mean, their first one, Urakuru, is doing pretty well. This is a Binance Smart Chain Oracle. It's $3. This has held really well, despite the fact this is so nobody. I don't think I've ever had anybody talking about Urakuru. And missed, probably a bit mistimed. Not Alchemist, not the Great Alchemist. And this is really low in price. This was like 14 cents the other day, I'm sure. Yeah, it was 15 cents in fact. It's just bad timing, really. And people would have dumped this. But, I mean, I think the two projects that they've currently come out with have been excellent. So, no, selling is stupid. Basically, accumulate it. If anybody selling now is, I'm not going to say stupid, but you don't sell in a temporary bearishness. You just don't do that. Like, let me just tell you something, right? You do not sell here, right? Listen to the Suppo, man. This is probably the best words you're going to hear. You sell here if you're going to sell anything. You sell at tops. You don't sell at downtrends. If you sell on downtrends, you are going to wake up the next morning and you are going to be very unpleasantly surprised. Because whatever you sell will probably shoot up in the morning. Do not sell on the low. It's just like completely counterintuitive. Okay, I will try again. What would be your strategy? What would your strategy look like on the refinable launch? Try to buy lightning fast or wait for the bots to dump? I don't think that even if it dumps, it will go anywhere near the price it's supposed to open at, which is at 0.0. Well, basically 3 cents, 3.3 cents. So my plan is to essentially try and buy as close to the cents as possible. And if I miss that opportunity, then I miss that opportunity. I've got a very tiny allocation. Really, hardly, like, not a lot. And so therefore, I want to build on that allocation. Because this is going to be, I think this is going to be probably one of the top 6 best cryptocurrencies of 2021. Okay? Or maybe top 5. Within like the hot cryptocurrencies that are undoubtedly going to come out, we have got Akala, Karura, Moonbeam, Prism, Refinable. Those are what I would say are the big ones. And then, of course, Stratos. In fact, probably Stratos 5th. Then Refinable. Then probably Soul Starter. So those are going to be the smash hits of the year. And of course, I'm going to try and get it as soon as possible. And Refinable were very, very clever, not releasing around about here, which when they were going to. Okay, so they are releasing when it's slightly more bullish. And there's more of an appetite where we're entering more into greed than being in quite horrible fear, which we were in. Can you have a look at Liquidity? Have a look at Liquidity. Which I have already looked at, but I will look at it very quickly. So Liquidity is another DeFi project. Is that reliable? That cannot be reliable. That cannot be reliable. Let me have a look at CoinGecko. That's more like it. I would have to check what the actual market cap is. But either way, this is grossly undervalued. Look, now the total value locked is near 3 billion. So if we just go to DeFi Pulse, DeFi Pulse will enable us to essentially have a broad look at how much money is being locked up in cryptocurrency at the moment. So 59 billion in total, right? In total, right? And by the look of it, Liquidity is like 3 billion of that. So if we just go, it's probably not the right 3 divided by 59. 5%. 5% of all value locked in DeFi is currently in Liquidity, which to me sounds unbelievable. Unflipping believable. So, what could I say? But price-wise, let's have a look. Price-wise, now let me have a look and see if this is something that I can chart. I'm not really good at. I don't really like charting. As you could probably tell, I haven't charted for a long time, and this is not going to help, is it? No, it's not going to help. There's hardly any data to chart with. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But this has been as high as $85 before sinking. In fact, I think it... Let me just have a look. What's the all-time high of this? All-time... What? That's not even accurate. Right, so the all-time high of this is apparently $56, which was 2 days ago. And the all-time low is $13, so we are more towards the... We're kind of equidistant, actually. So yeah, no, I think that Liquidity quite clearly is a very effective DeFi DeFi tool. It's quite clearly shown to be... I don't think they can fudge that kind of data. And basically, how you can see if something is undervalued is that the total value lock should pretty much tie up with how much the market cap is. So in essence, this should be about 2.9 or 3 billion. So if we just do, let's just get the figure, because this is quite clearly an undervalued DeFi platform. Divided by 77. Let's just be quite generalistic about it. 77 million. It's 37x undervalued, basically. So using as a example, AVE. AVE is, well, also it's a bit undervalued, actually, to be fair. AVE is 4 billion, and the total value locked is 7 billion. So you're telling me that Liquidity is half the value locked, essentially, of AVE. And AVE is a top 30 coin. And Liquidity is all the way in the 400s. That's terrible. That's terrible. Okay, so let me have a look. There's another super chat I don't think that I have looked at yet. From Alexandru. If you want to stake Solana, Graph, AVAX, Fizz, and other tokens, just search for stake to earn. And if you need any help, let us know. Okay, there we are. So, paid for a little message on my stream, which is quite cute. Right, I think I'm done with super chats. So, that allows me now to move on. So, if we have a look at the... if we have a look and look back to the... Solana-based cryptocurrencies, okay? So, as you can see, like Solana, what an absolute beauty. This has 20x'd since my call. Now, my call, I don't know if you remember, not my call, my name Michael, my, M-Y, call, C-A-L-L, was back in November, I believe, and I made a prediction on where Solana would be come April, and my prediction was $75. So it's not far off, actually. Like, there's a big chasm between what was the price at the time I reviewed it, $191, and $75. And I think $43 is actually good going. But it's what's coming out of Solana, which is quite exciting. Like, there's nothing currently in, Cardano. Polkadot has had its time. And Binance Smart Chain has had its time. But now Solana's turn, and then there'll probably be Avalanche's turn as well, which is why it's very good to try and front-run these narratives, like getting into something like BenQI, when that comes out, and what's the other one? Pangolin, the DEX. Now, there's going to be so many more platforms coming out on Solana. For instance, there's one called Arco, which is going to be like the Uniswap of Solana, and that is going to be big, but that's not out yet. So there's quite a few that have pumped big, and the market cap has followed suit. But there is one that is not yet, absolutely thrived. Not yet. And it is something which perplexes me greatly. Now, right at the low end is this one. Unmarshal, right? And that is the cryptocurrency that is currently extremely undervalued. Now, I have not properly reviewed Unmarshal, and that is what I'm going to do now. So if we just have a look on Unmarshal, you can see right there, dead center, Solana. There we are, right? This is going to be Solana's oracle, right? As well as the oracle for Polkadot, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Elrond, Near, and Algorand, which are, in my opinion, the creme de la creme of ecosystems right now. Ones that are currently operating. And I dare say it's going to be an oracle for Cardano as well. So let me just inform you of what is special about Unmarshal. Hopefully this will work and not kick me off. It kicked me off. Right, okay, so there we are. Has to happen every now and again. So Unmarshal, what is it? Why is it special? Why should it be mooning today? Right, so basically Unmarshal is a decentralized multi-chain oracle. That means that it can read data from off-chain and basically index it and put it onto any dApp created on any of the blockchains. Okay, so if you are a dApp creator and you want to make multi-dApps across all the blockchains, Unmarshal is the only oracle you will need. Now, it is not just a case of an API feed, right, where essentially you take information off-chain and put it on-chain. They are auto-indexing. They essentially automate all of the information. They have an indexing tool that is automated to bring to the decentralized app all the data that it requires for what that app's purpose is. Okay, so it indexes automatically for you. It reads through the blockchain and pulls the exact data that is required back to the dApp and gives the accurate information that is needed or called for when a user is looking and they are executing functions on that dApp, right? So they can get data onto any blockchain's dApps. Is there any more explanation? That is basically mic drop. All right? There is no competitor doing the same thing. So let me just read through to you the features, the feature richness of like Unmarshal. Because I have no idea what's going on with Unmarshal. All right? I think this thing should be in the hundreds of millions, not like 31 million. Makes no sense to me, right? This is a micro cap. Like, you got all these other shite ones, DOS and Dia and Tella and Ori, and they're all useless. This one actually has something unique. So if I'm going to look through unique, like dead set unique cryptocurrencies, like oracles, Chainlink. Chainlink isn't really that unique now, really, but it's the market leader, right? Then API 3, then Happy, then Unmarshal. And the graph as well. Unmarshal is very close to the graph, but multi-chain, right? So, like the graph, it's very much reading smart contracts, reading all this data on smart contracts and putting it into the DeFi app that is being used, DeFi dApp, right? So 4, basically Chainlink the market leader, API 3, which is first-party oracles, Happy, which is cybersecurity oracles, and Unmarshal, which is multi-chain oracles, right? This is one of the best oracles in the current space, and when the DeFi narrative comes back, then this is going to shoot up. Anyway, so, carrying on. So what information they can, this is a plethora of it, but I'm just going to kind of simplify it for you. Lending and borrowing data. So if a dApp developer creates a lending and borrowing DeFi app where you get decent APYs, then essentially it will pull all that information that is required from the blockchain onto the app, or off-chain onto the app, and it'll index it perfectly so it calls the exact right data. So if they want to know what is the API on this pair, bang, it will bring it up for them, right? Transaction data on all of the blockchains, Ethereum, Solana, Algorand, Binance Smart Chain. All those transactions will be read from the blockchain, from the smart contracts, and fed into the app. New listings will be automatically added to apps. So let's say somebody created a DEX, right? A DEX. And they needed that information feed from somewhere, right? They needed to be able, how can you trade or get the price information of a new cryptocurrency that's just listed on Bitmax or Binance or Uniswap. That information is pulled onto the app via Unmarshal. Tax data, right? So if you are creating a DeFi, let's say a DeFi app where people can earn money, what is the tax you have to pay? Again, you get that off the chain And it is cross-referenced with the data for the particular user so that they can see what taxes they pay. And of course, profit and loss accounts. So like, for instance, if somebody created a decentralized Delta or Blockfolio, and you wanted to have that profit and loss thing, they get all the data, and then they allow you to see essentially if you've made profits or losses and blah, 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 blah. So it just reads off every chain. So every developer has a feature-rich suite through Unmarshal for their Web 3.0 dApps. And in the growth of Web 3.0, which is essentially going to be a massive upgrade on the current, interweb that we've got at the moment, Unmarshal is going to be absolutely pivotal for blockchain smart contract indexing. I don't get it. I don't get why this isn't going up. But it is going to. That's what I'm thinking, right? Like how I was dissatisfied with Linear and Konomi and Happy, and then they shut up, right? This is the next one. So anyway, carrying on. So they operate on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polkadot, Solana, Elrond. They have recently partnered up with Huobi EcoChain and Polygon, and a number of others like Kira, which is a liquid staking platform. So they can get data from all of these blockchains and different platforms to create probably the best data set for any DeFi app anybody creates for Web 3.0. It's a no-brainer, right? Like, the only thing that's a problem with Unmarshal, in my opinion, is the name. Like, Unmarshal does not sound like Chainlink. Other than that, it's a powerhouse. And what's in a name, ultimately? Now, who are they backed by? They are backed by what I would call my personal top two, which is NGC and GBV kind of mixed together, right? So NGC is Neo Global Capital, one of the major 8. And then GBV, one of my favorites in the mid-tiers. Now, GBV are, what I would say, they are massive protagonists of technology, top technology. Like, Genesis Block Ventures go for technological superiority. I know this because I know what they invest in. Because I invest with them in a lot of occasions. And Saito, for instance, the other day, again, Genesis Block, love Saito because of the technological aspects of it. It's technologically really superior. Great tech that you wouldn't necessarily see the benefits of other than the kind of course of time proving it. And then AU21, Spark, Digital, and Bitmax or Sendex, whichever. So you can already see here, and this isn't all of them. This is just the ones that I personally like. So anyway, yeah, so they're well VC backed. No junk VCs in this project. And remember, GBV and GC, those two in particular, they look for big profits. So they're not going to sell. Not until this gets into the kind of tens of dollars to hundreds of dollars, which I think is very, very reasonable. And at this very present time, it is a 31 million market cap. And the two best cryptocurrencies to compare this with are Chainlink because of the complete magnitude of Chainlink and also the magnitude of the graph. So Unmarshal is probably closer to the significance of the graph and has a 60x potential just to catch up with the graph, and the graph has got a hell of a lot of growth ahead of it. And Chainlink is 463x. 463x potential. Chainlink is going to keep growing. Think about it. Chainlink is going to keep growing. But what's going to be the kind of second best? What's going to be another Oracle which is reliable and can get adoption? That's what you got to think about. Don't just think about the name, and don't just think about oracles because oracles are because Chainlink are leading the way. Oracle should do really well. No, think about how is it going to be used. Oracles are just pretty much oracles. They just get information off chain to on chain. Big whoopee do. Chainlink does that. But Unmarshal is the kind of first major multi-chain oracle, and as you can see already, is kind of Chainlink is really relatively similar. Not gonna lie, but Chainlink's multi-billions, right? Investability wise, the ship has sailed on Chainlink, right? Probably 10x potential for the rest of this bull run. But Unmarshal has hundreds of x potential. So there we are, people. There we are. So tell me what you think. Marsh is, in my opinion, see what I'm saying? I'm from East Lost, and I'm sick. Right, okay. So, yeah, there we are. Let me just have a quick look at what Unmarshal actually means. And in the meantime, I want to hear from you, yes or no, yes or no. That is literally all I want to hear you say. I want to get the Team Suppo, Team Suppo's opinion on it. Yes, yes, yep, yes, yes. One not for me. So many oracles. Yes, there are. That's why you've got to pick the best. Unmarshalling. Right, okay, here we are. Let's have a look. Yes, yes, yes. Wow. Wow, okay, massive. Let's have a look. Quick look at Unmarshal then, because somebody's saying in the chat, look at Unmarshal. Whoa, there we are. That's more like it. Get in. This is a decent Solana cryptocurrency. Not like Step Finance came out of nowhere and literally just spiked up and 200x'd simply because it was Solana based. Like, no one... But anyway, this needs to refresh by the looks of it. Wow, look at that. There we are. There we are. That's more like it. This has achieved a high, and I'm going to show you in a minute. Again, I haven't yet given you an example. So I would say, looking at this, it's kind of like 80% yes, I would say. So anyway, let me just show you bulletproof entries here. Hopefully I can do it this time. Oh, come on. Right, okay. Okay, let's try another example, okay? So let me, because this is irritating me now. So let me just go to CoinMarketCap and find something very, very similar in price. Got Unmarshal at $3.92 the other day. Inia, well done, you! See, that is what you do. You buy during selling period. You don't sell during selling period because you're essentially doing what the smart money are wanting you to do. Don't fall for it. Did I get any super chats in the meantime? I don't want anybody to think that I'm ignoring them. Christelle, thank you very much for the $5. The hype sticker, which I like. No, I didn't miss any super chats. Good, 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 good. Right, okay, so let me try Finminity, because that is very... and funnily enough, Finminity is another one that could be a Solana-based project, if you think about it, because this is a multi-chain IDO platform, right? One of the most recent, you know, smash hits, really. This went up to near $10, but due to the temporary bearishness, people have not seen past the illusion and sold it down. But I think this is another one that's going to go up. Anyway, I'm just going to use this as an example, right? Is Finminity going to be chartable? Yes, it is. Right, okay. This is going to be chartable. So I'm going to use this as an example for Unmarshal, okay? I'm going to be talking about bulletproof entries here. So what is the Unmarshal IDO price? 17 cents. Okay. So that will be the basis of the beginning. So I'm going to show you. Fibonacci Retracements essentially allows you to chart a rise. And once the cryptocurrency has risen, you buy it when it's retraced. You don't buy it on the way up. Don't chase the highs. Anticipate the highs. Okay. So Unmarshal, 17 cents. Okay. Now current price is 5.22. Right. Or 24. Right. Okay. So... Actually, I'm not going to do that. The highest price of Unmarshal has been $11.93. Okay, so this will allow you to have seen what was the optimal, the bulletproof price for Unmarshal. And I'm just going to use this graph. Okay, so what was it? 11.93. Okay, but it started at 17 cents. Okay, so let me just go right down. Right, okay. So Fibonacci retracement allows us to essentially track how the price has performed. So if we go from 17 cents, the closest we can get is about here. So we go to 17 cents and go to, let's pretend that the rise which was 1190 or so. Yeah, about here, right? So let's say this was charting unmarshal from its lowest point to its highest point, all right? Now, from this is where we can track bulletproof entries. So typically, and this is what stock market investors, traders do in Wall Street and in London and everywhere else. The best traders look for the best entry points for any asset which has blown up, right? So in a bull market, this is an absolutely perfect tool to use, the Fibonacci Retracement, okay? So you plot it from the bottom to the top, and then down it goes in segments, okay? So this would be if the market took back 60%. So traditionally, in any financial index, for any asset, when a trader is looking to get in, they are looking for the market to take 60% of the value away from the asset at its highest point recently, okay? So for unmarshal, it would have been 1193, right? So they would go 60%, and that's where they get in. All right, so 60%, let me just get the rectangle tool. 60% would be the optimal price for unmarshal. Okay, so that would be between 61% and 78%. Okay, so that would be 463 to 284. And this is the ideal trade zone. The more towards the bottom, the more bulletproof it is. When it hits kind of 78%, it's kind of bulletproof, right? So the price of unmarshal, as Inia got it, was at 392. So 392 was around about 70% retracement, roughly 70, maybe 68% retracement. That is a bulletproof price. Don't know if we're ever going to see 392 again. All right, because from this point it will have formed another low at 392 through to its next rise, which will probably be about $20 or something. And then from that point, you can do another Fibonacci retracement to find the next entry zone if you missed it before. So that is how you typically plot it. The bulletproof price is at 78%. The optimal price is at 61%. So if you bought it, because I brought this up at $4.22, I believe, just now. So if you bought anywhere between 422 and 463, you got into an optimal trade entry. At its current price, it would be around about 56. Still not bad. Still not bad at all. You are getting it 56 after 56% of the price has been ripped away from it at its high. Right? That is when you get in. You always get in when the price is retraced. You always sell near the top. Do not sell when it's retraced. That is an easy rule of logic that you can apply from this point onwards. All right. So anyway, there we are. So that is how to get bulletproof prices. You use the Fibonacci retracement. Now, I think you may be able to do long positions here. I don't quite know. Oh, you can do long positions. Okay. So if we just extrapolate this, if we put the stop down around about the low point, and if we put the target sell price at the high point, you can see that the risk reward ratio is 2.5 to 1, right? That means that from the point, so from this point, which was the optimal trade entry, in fact, let's move this up just a little bit, and then, hold on, move this down somewhat. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so essentially at this point here, if you are buying around about this point here, then it is on a 2.17 to 1 ratio. That means you are more likely to win than lose. Okay, so it's a 1% chance of losing and a 2.17 chance of winning. All right, so that means that you have got more chance buying in this zone of winning the trade and getting in a very good entry that's going to enable profits versus making a loss, because the chances of making a loss are much worse odds. All right, I hope this is understandable to you. If you don't think it is, then please ask for clarification. But that is exactly how you work out the potential from a particular point that you would want to buy a cryptocurrency. Okay, so I haven't used Finminity. I've just literally used the chart to be able to tell you what the best point to buy would have been. And as you can see, if you bought now, you essentially bought it at the bottom, right? You essentially bought it at a local bottom, right? So from this point up to around about $6, you are basically buying in a profit zone. All right, so everything else will be profit. It'll just be less profit. All right, so if you go and move up, let's bring that down and bring that down. So the higher you get, the more it's decreased. So it's almost like from here, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Could kind of go down, but I would say that the chances of it going down, to its bottom are virtually slim to none. But making a loss, a slight loss, is heightened the higher you get in. Okay? Hey, that clarifies it to you. Super, I hate your eyebrows. Thank you very much, Faisal. That's a very charming comment to make. Alright, I hope that you've learned a lot here. Right, have you got any more questions? I'll take any questions at the moment. $5.95. Excelente. That's more like it, and that's what it deserves. Unmarshall is an absolute beauty of a project, and even at 582, it's just literally gone down to. Even at 582, I think this is just ridiculous. I think this is definitely more deserving of where it was at, which was 1193. That, I think, was bordering on where it should be. Super, what do you think about B-Pro? Crap. Not my kind of thing. If you've been a follower of Suppoman, you will know that information by now. Genesis Shards. Genesis Shards, I did actually buy some Genesis Shards, but I didn't buy anywhere near as much as I wanted to of Genesis Shards. And that recently spiked. Let me just have a look. It was like 88 cents when I looked the other day with you, and I came off the stream and bought some. I can't remember what the price was. Whoa, 161. Where has this gotten to today? What's been its high point? $2.05 this has gotten to today. Seriously undervalued. Well, it was undervalued. Now it's getting more towards its value. This morning was around about a 20 million... No, this yesterday was about 10 million market cap. Now today it's roughly 20 million. So it's doubled in size. Very good project, this. Genesis Shards. Do the laugh. So what about Glitch? Don't really know. Thoughts on Block Bank? Looks okay. Shisha Finance. I think I looked at that the other day. Yellow Road. Let's have a look and see how Yellow Road is doing. Never took a position in Yellow Road. Why is there never any market cap data on here? Oh, by the way, let's have a look and see how it's doing now. Do you like hentai? What is that? Is that a drug or something? Opinion kickback below 1 USD. Bullish, that's buy. 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 You never know what price it's going to be tomorrow. Good evening, gang. Better late than never. We'll watch from the start now. Nice one, Suppo. Missed the party. Let's have a look. Let's go big. 10 years from data to day. Solana-based coins. That's more like it. That is more like it. Okay, it's gone down a bit now. But it's second highest to rope. Let's have a look and see what rope is. Hey, Roper, I'll see you in half an hour. Okay. It's not even any data. Ropesolana.com. This was purely... I was looking on Twitter earlier, and basically people were just shilling this. Full-scale decentralized ecosystem that brings well-known market volatility index to the crypto market. It's built on Solana. That is literally it. It was just a low-cap DeFi Solana project. It's not actually that good. Thoughts on XFit? XFi! Oh! Oh, this is coming out. Yeah, I was going to say, is this out already? It's coming out on paid, I think. Let me just have a look. Starts in 2 days. Pools. Oh, it's on pools. XFi. I don't... Let me have a look. Apparently this is a bullish one. APY stake, trading, DEX liquidity oracle, solving liquidity inefficiencies on DEXs, DEX liquidity oracle. Yeah, it's okay. I feel okay. If I was to say what I think is going to be one of the biggest, it's Ares. Is that on here? That is coming out on pools. Yeah, RS protocol. This one's going to be massive. This is already adopted by Polkadot. Like, they use this already. Let me just have a look on the Polkadot kind of inner charts, parachains, proposals, and all that kind of thing. Like, Ares has already got let me just clarify it. Takes a while for this to... No. How about you just fuck off? Oh yeah, because I've got the Polkadot thingy-majiggy. Polkadot wallet. Live networks. Hosted by Ares, you see? Hosted by Ares. So this in itself is part of Polkadot's ecosystem. It is integrated with Polkadot officially. So if we go to Polkadot DeFi Alliance, again, you will see that Ares is one of the Polkadot DeFi Alliance. Now, I'm sure that Ares is going to be on pools. So Ares, I would definitely... Oh, it's already happening. It's happening now. Pools and Duck Starter. Okay, so you can't get into that one. I wouldn't have imagined. Okay, just forget everything I've said in the last few minutes. But XFi, yeah, looks okay. But it's not going to be anywhere near the kind of... Yeah, the kind of quality of Ares. Bernard Macarius, Suppo, still waiting on my 10x card. 10x really did a number on us, to be fair. So I had some, because I used to use my 10x card for buying stuff. And how is this still 21 million market cap? But anyway, yeah, so I used to use my 10x card for transactions. I bought all sorts. I even paid for a hotel with my 10x card. And so I had some Bitcoin and Ethereum and some Dash. They kind of just took away the Dash. Don't know where that disappeared to. There was only like $35 worth of Dash in there, but it just disappeared. And then with the Bitcoin and Ethereum, they said from April something, if you keep your stuff, if you keep your assets on 10x, then we're going to charge you. So I thought, well, fuck you then. I took my money off it. So 10x is... And if you try and get a card, like, you can't get one. Like, Julian Hosper's left. I used to talk to Julian, so I can't even understand what's going on with 10x. How is this 21 million? I have no idea, but this was once upon a time in the top 100. Hey Suppo, first time commenter, dope channel. Wanted to get your thoughts on Munch. Munch! A very onomatopoeic name there. Munch. It's undoubtedly going to be an absolute shit coin. 100 trillion supply. 434. Like I've had somebody say, can you have a look at this before? So I imagine it's had its height. It has had its height back on the 20th and had 2 million volume back then. I think these coins are dying now. You know, there was that little lull period where the market, the altcoins, they were all just kind of going down. And it offered this opportunity to make money. You know, I didn't personally ever do it. I was R spelt wrong, RS. I was talking to Box Mining earlier, and he told me he was doing, he was buying shit coins like this, and he made like a lot of money. Made like a 10x or something. Take a look at Glitch. No, I know it was a joke, Bernard, but I was just saying that that I personally think that 10x they are shit, you know. And it's weird to me that that despite that it was 3.5 years ago that I had a 10x card, that there are still hardly any cryptocurrencies where you can use a card to buy stuff and have that crypto to fiat, kind of enabled gateway when you pay for something. Let's have a look at Glitch. I think Glitch has really gone up lately. It kind of was nowhere when it came out, just traded sideways. And I think this is a great lesson for anybody who's gotten into anything in polkadot or DeFi lately. You know, Konami, Unido, Unmarshall, blah, 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 blah. All of these have pretty much moved sideways and then eventually, bang. Right? Eventually, bang. And who doesn't like a good bang? But essentially, make sure that you are in the right best place for it. Do not chase highs, anticipate them. Eventually, cryptocurrencies have their time. Incel coin? I don't think so. That sounds quite funny. Alright, meat! Just a quick one. Is it normal for the transactions to take forever on Metamask? Yes, it is if you put too low a gas fee yet. Like, you've got your slow, medium, fast. If you want something to go through fast, then put a fast transaction. I think gas fees have been very, very low today. So, may as well just go fast. Yeah, what I have found is that a lot of the cryptocurrencies that I've wanted to buy immediately, if I put a fast transaction and it costs me $90 to $120 to put through that transaction, but it goes through, if it's something hot like what Convergence was, because I got that at 6.6 cents, I put fast transactions on those and pretty much immediately went up to 7 to 8 to 9 and then kind of 15, 18 cents, right? So although gas fees are quite high, sometimes the profit you make from putting a fast putting a fast transaction on it outweighs the outlay for the charge. So, yeah, there we are. Suppo, have you looked at Unifty? I don't know if I have. 36 Gwei. Fuck me, that's really cheap. Let me just have a look, because 72 is the average gas price. The other day it was 142, so it was like double. Double the price for Corey Terry Tips. Thank you, good night, much luck. Let me have a look at Beyond. The harder I try, ooh, further away from me, you're slipping. You'll understand that if you're British and know and are a fan of 80s music. Beyond Finance, slowly growing. I would say this is just probably the most ridiculous price action I've ever seen of all time. This was a $120 coin. In fact, I think they achieved a high of like 190 or so. Let me just have a look. It doesn't say it properly, but this did achieve $190 on Uniswap. So the oracles feeding price information to CoinMarketCap are not reliable. Hold on. Yeah, Luke? Yeah. Whatever oracle you're using, don't bother. Use Unmarshal. You'll thank me later. Oh, and invest in it too. Yeah, that's all right. Cool. All right, bye. That was Luke from CoinMarketCap. He will now be using Unmarshal. Right. AC, but do you think KickPad will go to its all-time high? Don't know, really. Probably, yes, I would imagine, over time. But I will say it'll probably be a bit harder. But I don't really look at KickPad as an investment. I look at KickPad as a ticket, right? And the lower cost average I can get for that ticket, the better for me. I'm not necessarily looking for it to get more expensive, because by getting more expensive, you know, it's harder to get a bigger, you know, pot of it, and therefore having better allocations. So Ape swap better. Yeah, okay. Can you look at integral protocol, private sale ongoing, DEX with no IL, whatever that means, and 512 total value locked. Integral protocol. Is it here? Because sometimes they list even though they're an ongoing ICO. DeFi City. Check out this 80s, not out yet, DeFi City. Why did you say forget Ares? Probably because you needed to whitelist for it before being able to get it on pools or Duck Starter. Integral protocol. I'm imagining integral.link. Let me just go to the Twitter. PyMate. Oh, it was integral.link. And they're followed by Suhan Han, who is was anyway, the marketing manager for PundyX. Oh, I like this. Looks good. Oh, wow. Wow, this is great. Total value lock, 514 million. Wow. This will probably go out. Oh, impermanent loss. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ben Dick. No impermanent loss. Excellent. Oh, I like this. You see, this is where you can see the difference in quality of DeFi projects. There's like quite a few DeFi projects that come out, but they look shit. And this one I was able to spot very quickly and looked quite good. DeFi City. Let's have a quick look at DeFi City. Deficit? No. I was not looking for deficit. Right, here we are. DeFi City app. Oh, imagine. Oh no, hold on. Let's go into it. Here. Well, come on. Damn it. Peeps, if you could, I would greatly appreciate, while I'm just looking, just as a kind of Suppo top video today, love the info, then just smash a like. Oh, it's not working. There we are, worked. Just smash a like, I would be greatly appreciative. If we could just get to 325 likes, I will be happy. DeFi City, dear community, we are happy to present you to our new sticker collection, yada yada yada. Not interesting at all. Right, so DeFi-City. Oh wow, cool. Yield farming, gamified, simplified. This would probably have done really well if it came out in NFT season. Oh, funnily enough, me and Harry were watching Back to the Future the other day. Absolutely love that film. You can see why it's inspired so many platforms in cryptocurrency. It really is a cult favourite. Obtain a city, farm, track, earn. Like it. It sounds a bit like kind of Gourmet Galaxy, a bit like Polka City. Sounds quite cool. If this was really low cap, I would be all over this. Anything Azaz. Check Ubex. Some good ones today. Ada Markets. That was a good one. Right, let's have a look at Ubex. And then I'll look at maybe a couple more. And then make like a tree and get out of here. Which was how Biff said it in the wrong way. It should be make like a tree and leave. What a cock. Right. Right, let's go and have a look at Ubex. Digital Universe, Endless Possibilities, DAG, Hybrid, Yawn, Yawn, Yawn. Sharding, okay. Bit technical. Not really. Oh, as an escrow as well. Yeah, it looks like it's mooned. Like, what's the point? 112. Just forget it. Right, SATA. I don't buy highs. Only a moron buys highs. Signata. 26%. You don't buy highs, people. You chase the highs. That is the overarching message. The future of authentication, yeah. No, it's okay. Payments, yada, yada, yada. Basically, it's trying to do what Icon does anyway, kind of thing. Seems like a pretty crummy website. I like this bit, though. It's pretty cool. Okay, right, I think... Put an egg in your shoe and beat it. I love it. Holy Trinity is the lowest mark. Oh, okay. Let's have a look at that then. Holy Trinity. Shit, it is. Bonafide. So... Is this built on Bonafide then? Because Bonafide in of itself is a Solana dApp. Let me add that. Very deeply. Right, Holy Trinity. Is that on here is the question. Yes, it is. Right. Let's add that. So it's part of Bonafide, apparently. Bonafide. And this is a 76 million market cap. So... Come on. Need to see what the website is here. Yeah, bonafide.com. And so Holy Trinity is the same. Unless it's different on here. I go on trying to make you love me. Yeah, it takes you to bonafide.com. Again. Luke, unmarshal. What did I tell you? Alright, bye. Jesus, can't get the stuff. Anyway. Luke, he's awesome. Right, so you can get this on FTX and Serum. Serum is a Solana DEX. So this, I'm surprised. 70,000 circulating supply, but you can't actually see what it is. Because if you go to bonafide.com, yeah, you can't really see anything. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty useless. Suppo, with $300 at current price levels, you go into Saito or Beyond Finance? I'd go to Saito, to be fair. Let me have a quick look at Saito though. Let me have a look at the price. 2.6 cents. This has 2.5x since Friday. Probably not an ideal optimum trade entry, I would say. Oh, you can do it on CoinGecko as well. Oh no, unavailable. But I would say that is potentially if it was on this line here, it'd be about 65% retracement, and it's up a little bit, so it's probably about 52%. So it's not that bad actually, not a bad retracement to get it in on. Let me just have a look at Beyond. Beyond has had probably the biggest retracement in human history, where it has essentially gone down from like $100. It's massive. It's a huge, and this is a synthetics platform that's probably going to do incredibly well, and it's got great backing. I will tell you one cryptocurrency I have slightly been eyeing up. Mirror. I meant to get in on Mirror all the way back in January, but I just missed the opportunity, and now it has... let me just have a look, see how it has done since January. Yeah, 160. It's only 10x pretty much, but what I like about Mirror is the assets that you've got at the moment. So if we just go and have a look on... And this will show you the potential for... So you got Microsoft, mirrored Microsoft. Mirrored Gold, mirrored Tesla, mirrored Amazon. Brilliant. Really good. These are synthetic assets. This is what I expect from Linear and Beyond eventually. Essentially where you are able to trade the assets of major companies and essentially the synthetic versions. But I really like synthetic assets, but Saito is probably one of the most exciting new narratives. Nazar, sorry for the stupid question. I got into an argument with a guy because he's saying that VeChain will drop to 0.4 cents in the next 2 weeks. Is that possible? No. I think he's a bit of a cock. UDT, Unlock, Saito. Mirror can do 100x. I sold Mirror as soon as Binance started soon doing synthetic assets. Thoughts on Antimatter? Antimatter's quite old now, isn't it? Right, I'm going to make a move now. I think that I have gone through quite a few. Holy is listed on Bonafide Dex. It's an index of Solana. Oh, okay. So it's an index, but like the ones that you can get on indexed finance. So it's basically Solana. What is FTT? Oh, FTX and Serum. API also cool. Yeah, API is brilliant. Did you get into Mina? No, I didn't get into Mina, which is one of life's great tragedies, in my personal opinion. I think it's going to do exceedingly well. What do you think of the future of ADA? Obviously, I think ADA's going to do extremely well. I have been probably ADA's most long-term evangelist. You know, I was kind of making videos on ADA since 2000 and October, probably even earlier, 2017. And Refinable, I think it's going to be a smash hit. I've already kind of listed off 6 of what I perceive to be the smash hits of the year, or 7, which are Akala, Karora, Plasm, Moonbeam, Refinable, Stratos, Soul Starter. They're going to be enormous. I think that is it. Over Crypto Crow? What do you mean over? Yeah. I predate Crypto Crow. But Crypto Crow, like me, is one of the... I'd say Crypto Crow is kind of... He should change his name, I think, to Cardano Crow. Because... Or Crypto Cardano. Because he is pretty much dedicated to Cardano, I would say. More so than I have been. So did you check out Integral Finance? Yeah, I did. It looks great. Dairy, blah, 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 blah. You talked about Refinable already. Yes, I did. Right, okay. Dairy. What's Dairy? Dairy. I think Dairy was a good one. I looked at this the other day, didn't I? Dairy. Dairy Protocol. Let me have a quickie look. 12 million. 8% only. And they have added AGK Ventures, who I've never heard of, to be fair. Yeah, okay. Well, I think that is it, people. I think a lot of you asked a lot of questions, and I think that I have quite faithfully answered them. And I hope that I've given you two great things in this video. One is a knowledge of what I think is quite possibly one of the finest Solana projects at the moment. And two, really, how do you calculate or even begin to analyze something for a bulletproof price? I think that I have answered those questions quite well. If you would like for me to do it again, then please do. Please do let me know, or anything in essence, because I am your crypto professor as well as your entertainer. USA Local SEO. Yes, you're the first one that spoke about Cardano 3 years ago. Thank you for the confirmation. Right, people, enjoy the rest of your evenings. I am now going to chill with the still. And I hope to see you in my next video, which will hopefully be tomorrow. If you haven't already, make sure that you join the Team Suppo Telegram chat. It's the best quality Telegram community you will find. And the most fun, and the most polite, the most courteous, and I'm in there. So anyway, I will see you soon, people. It is lights out, all out. I go on trying to make you love me.